Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? And welcome to episode 5 of the WWE 2K25 University. Today, we're diving into one of the most creative and fun parts of your WWE 2K24 Universe Mode 4. I'm in the wrong year, 2K25 Universe Mode, sorry. Using created wrestlers, using community creations, using CAWs in the right way, from your own cause to downloaded community creation stars and full-on custom brands. Let's make sure they feel important, not like filler. So, before we go any further, let's... No, wait, what's the saying? Welcome to the goddamn show. Welcome to part 1, and in part 1, and later down the video, part 1 is giving cause lore, purpose, and momentum. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. In this video, we're going to talk about custom belts, brands, history, where to find them, and where you go to create them. The exact creators that I use on community creations for different eras, such as Ruthless Aggression, AEW, TNA, New Japan, all that stuff we're going to go into. We're going to talk about avoiding the filler trap, which is a key part of introducing cause into your universe mode, and a bonus segment, role balance and presentation. So we'll get into that. So part 1. Giving your core lore, purpose, and momentum. Now, this is kind of relevant to either cause or community-created wrestlers. But let's start with your own cause. How do you make them matter? And I want you to answer that in the comments down below. Such a generic question. How do you make sure that your cause matter? Well, here's my opinion. Every wrestler should have a reason to exist in your universe mode. What is their goal? Who are they chasing? Think of it like this. If your core disappeared tomorrow, would your universe mode change? If not, they need more story. Create a backstory. Are they a former indie champ? Did they come from another brand? Were they trained by somebody else? Maybe more notable in the more mainstream wrestling community? Then build them. Don't debut them and push them to the moon instantly. Start slow, let them lose, and let the fans decide whether they're worthy of your love. So part 2, custom belts and brands and history. So if you are running a custom show, you can either create it yourself in Create an Arena and then edit all the show stuff. You can also create your own championship. I've never created my own championship. But if you can't be bothered doing all that, what you can do is you can go to community creations, and what I would do is I'd type in I'd select championships and I'd type in the word custom. That way, you're going to be able to filter through all the custom belts, whether it be for WWE or anything. So we can see here, we got a bunch of WWE ones and a bunch of random ones. So, like, if you look at this one, for example, credit to the creator. Well, you can't really see it because of the poor, render thing. But if you are to download one of these community created belts, so if I just pick one, trying to find like a maybe if I go to like the last page. So CWF is obviously Apex Customs, credit to them. So this is a custom championship. Once you're downloading a custom championship, I'm assuming that you can rename it or anything like that. Give it history, even if it's fake. Make it feel real. I just hit my hand on the keyboard there. Say, for example, this championship can only be contested over bloodshed rules, which could be a hardcore match. I'm just using it as an example. I do think history is one of the most important things that you can implement. For example, here's another one. Minnesota State Championship is another example. But if you wanted to create a championship, what you need to do is go to the WWE 2K website. After you've created your own custom logo, you want to go to... where is it? Create championship. I'm on a small screen at the moment. So if you want to create a custom championship, as you can see, you go in here. And you guys probably know better than me, so you can change your base settings. So what template do you want? Do you want... we're going to make like a Divas one. So yeah, love that. Front plate design. So we're going to go for... Ooh, what's this? So you can add the... I love this one. The Divas. And then you can add images. So I believe you go to strap. You can change the colors. So say if I wanted this one to be pink, I can make it pink. pink to make the boys wink. And then if I'm wanting, I think you go here. Then you go to images, WWE designs. Obviously, if you've got your own custom designs, let's add that Bret Hart. You can move it around. You can zoom in. So this is what I would call the Legacy Bret Hart Legacy Championship. But you can create your own. Then get a spreadsheet out or a notepad. Write a little bit about the championship. I know it sounds really sad. But it brings your universe mode more to life, and I think that's what's the most important thing here. So that's how you create a championship. To create a show or to create a custom show, you can go into here. If you want to make a custom show, it's the exact same setup as universe mode. Say if you want to create a show, my cat just jumped from somewhere. God damn. And say if you wanted to create, let's just say, for example, we want to create a TBD show. You create that arena. Imagine it's a custom show as well, by the way. You create, you find the logo there, and then you've got a custom show. It's TBD. And that's how you create a custom show. To create an arena, it's going to take a little bit of messing around with. There's a lot of templates you can use. So, for example, there's all these that I've made. So there's a green screen arena there that's used for other stuff. I've got all my custom arenas that you can download, and you can also find these on community creations. But you could take this one, for example. You can change the venue. Oh, I don't need prompts, man. The amount of prompts you get on this game is ridiculous. So we're wanting a I don't know if there'll be a TBD Titantron movie. Oh, can we always custom? I don't know. I've never actually done this. But, like, if you're wanting to... oh, no. I wanted to see if I could change the... So, obviously, you can make your own video and stuff, create a video and do that. You can... So, we're going to keep with this. Can we change it from a gymnasium? Can we change it to something else? What's this? What if we do this? Oh, there you go. So, you can create in an arena or anything. And then you go ahead, have a mess around with it, and make it your own. Basically, I just wanted to show you where to go to create. I know it sounds so basic, but I know that some people that watch these videos are very new to the game. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So, I'm going to cover, a bit weirdly, I'm going to finish off the booking section of these CAWs. So, avoiding the filler trap. I mentioned the filler trap. What is the biggest mistake people make when introducing CAWs is adding too many CAWs and community-created superstars with no direction. If you've got 12 guys on a brand who barely appear or never win or don't have any history, they're just taking up space. I would focus on a core and cycle others in over time. So I wouldn't put immediately 15 cores or community created wrestlers on the universe mode or on your universe mode. If somebody doesn't excite you creatively or you can't think of a story, just leave them out. And try to spread the roles. Not every core should be a dark, mysterious monster. I do see that quite a lot in core universe modes. Not every woman should have the same archetypes. Vary the movesets, but vary the personalities. And make sure you have some underdogs, some jobbers. You need to replicate the roles that we see on traditional wrestling television. And now, the final part. The bit you've all been waiting for. Where the hell... Do you know how many times I've had this comment? Where does Jack find his community creations? Well, I'm going to show you. So we're going to start with the older stuff, which I don't know if this person's around anymore, but because I haven't gone to the what's it called, to the hashtag. I haven't made a universe mode in this era, but there used to be a hashtag. Nope, it's not around anymore. Well, that's a great start, but obviously, the top one I recommend is GTEO. It's Get the E Out. And basically, this is a community of creators of the highest end that create cores from AEW, New Japan, and Legends. So as you can see here, if you type in the hashtag GTEO, look at Rusev. Ooh, that's a good Rusev. And this is obviously on next gen. I'm not sure how. I normally record on PC. But you can see here there's 12 pages. Every creator that uses this hashtag is an elite creator, so shout out to them for making all the superstars that you can see here. They mainly focus on anything outside the WWE, which a lot of you guys like to do. So we got an amazing Harley Cameron there. Look at that. She's got abs. Harley's been working out. If I am to go for anybody in New Japan or AEW or anybody outside of the WWE. I only use the GTEO tag because I like to. So you can see they've got some legends here. So it's WCW Rewind might be the hashtag, but you can always click on them and go to content by the creator, and then everybody in GTO has their own separate sort of division. So if you look here, tons of WCW CAWs. So we'll go back. I'm going to show you some others. So for remakes of like old new personas, I always go to what's the status. That's just the way it is. My personal favorite creator, oh my god, I need to change this, is an attire creator. So if I'm looking for attires, this is specifically for women and also created women. Absolution, absolutely my favorite creator on the entire game. It has been for years. Sorry, I saw a fly. Thought I saw a fly. If you look here, if you know who Steph, look at how amazing that is. And Absolution also creates a lot of alternate attires that are just mind blowing. So if we go to the page, look here. Is that her? Yeah. So look at that. That's Liv Morgan from WrestleMania, the Thirst Trap outfit. If I'm doing Ruthless Aggression, like I've had that question asked specifically, I won't do anything too complicated. I will literally go to type it. So if we're looking for Finley, I'll go to Finley and then I'll search. I'll always filter it by most downloaded. Now, I don't like downloading ones with custom renders. I know that's weird. You might think that's weird, but I like to see. So I have a look around. I don't like them when they're like this one here, hidden. I like to see what I'm getting into. And there, for example, you can see a very cool name, Curry Boy. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the content creator and I'll see what else they've created. If I was doing a Legendary Universe mode, I'd pick up that Sergeant Slaughter. If not, I wouldn't. Let me try think of some other creators off the top of my head that I really like. I can show you like what kind of content they do. So I don't know if it's gonna work now because Halloween, another one of my favorites, because I'm a bit of a stickler for the women. So I like Absolution. That's my go-to. Is it saved it, please? Yeah. So if you go to Halloween, very notable creator in the community, amazing creator. If you just have a look at some of the content, also collaborates Jacob Fatu attires up to date. If you need attires, the Hardy Boys are there, a recent version as well. Such an amazing creator, and so many amazing cause on this hashtag, and a lot of effort gets put into. Make sure you show that some of these guys' appreciation on X. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Tell them I sent you. They won't have a clue who I am. Another creator I like to use is Iconic. I'm pretty certain that some of you guys have heard of Iconic. Such an amazing creator again. I'm not blowing smoke up their asses. They are really good at what they do. I have tried many times and I can't do what they do. So they deserve all the here you go. So you see some of the Iconic cause. These ass boys are really good. And sometimes they collaborate. So if you can see there, it's another GTEO collaboration. I'm just trying to see if I can see any. So there's a couple of creators that I really like in here. Bangraman I always liked. MP Cause is amazing. So if you go to MP Cause and you have a look at MP's creations, these are all I use. So look at this Max Caster, for example. Wow. So these are really the cause that I use. I don't use, and I'll be honest, I don't use creators outside of these. I don't even bother to look outside of these. So my hot list, and there is some more. Bangraman, MP Cause, Iconic, Halloween, What's the Status, GTEO creators are amazing. There is some more. I don't want to miss anybody out. Pack Creates, of course, one of the goats. And then, obviously, all the GTEO guys I use. And then for classic old sort of wrestlers, I actually search them by wrestler. And then for me, I'll do another example from like an even older generation of what. Say you're in my head, and I'm going to like I want Owen Hart in my universe mode. You have to do it all one word. I just type in Owen Hart, and I won't download them if they have a custom render. I know it sounds weird, but I just don't, because I like to see what I'm downloading. I know you can preview it, but it's not the same. So for me, these might be better, but immediately I'm going for like an 80s, late 80s style Owen Hart. So I like the look of this one. I download this one. And you find other creators, you go into the creator and you find more. So that is essentially where, and look at all the great creators. And you tend to find a pattern with the creators. So you've got Owen Hart, British Bulldog to Tanker, and you're starting to sort of... Oh, look at that Jordan Grace, by the way. Wow! That's incredible, by the way, that Jordan Grace. Well, good job, Kenobi. I'm going to favourite that creator, actually, because that is insane. But, guys, this is how I discover CAWs. I get it all the time. How do you find your community creations? That's how. If I'm looking for CAWs... specifically, I don't really use them. Some of the things I like to use the myrise guys as jobbers, but if I'm looking for a jobber, I just type in jobber and go from there. But that's essentially it, guys. I just wanted to answer. So this university is about teaching and showing you guys like what's what, but it's also important that I don't hide anything. And so you've got some jobbers here, Red Lightning, for example. It's also important I show you where I get everything. I'm trying to answer as many of your guys' questions alongside the universe mode when it's appropriate. So you've got some really cool, and you can call them whatever you want. These guys upload them. So there you've got a core that you could use as a jobber. But essentially that is it, folks. That is this video. That is CAWs. I've talked a little bit about booking them, and I've showed you exactly. And I really wanted to get that into the university because it's important that I answer your questions. This is a series for you guys. So I've had 10 plus comments asking me where I get certain CAWs. So hopefully that will help you guys find the perfect CAWs. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about long-term storylines. So we are in, I believe it's semester 2 next episode, where we talk about booking, which is going to be so much fun. And this semester covers it's long-term storytelling, how to make main event superstars, booking a women's division, booking a tag team division better than WWE, title booking 101, and heel and face dynamics that work, tournaments, gimmick matches, and specials. So another 6 episodes in semester 2. Then we go on to the content creation side of things. We cover cutscenes and promos, immersion and visual presentation, all that intro and edit, how to make an intro video, how to record, how to edit, how to create your own federation, how to fantasy book, how to just do all that stuff. But guys, thank you so much for supporting this series. It's been amazing. If you learned anything, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Comment down below who your favourite creators are. Show them some love. And if you are a creator yourself, please share your stuff in the Discord. That would be amazing. Link down below. But I've been Jack, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.